Welcome back, everybody, to the Reality Miniverse podcast, where I am talking to another great reality star here today from a show that I have been loving, Squid Game's The Challenge. We've talked to two others here today, but we've got another in the bank, and I'm so excited to talk to this guy. I'll give him a little introduction because we go way back. We go way back. We podcasted together. I just told him this. We podcasted together 4 years ago tomorrow. So this is a guy that I know is a big nerd on this stuff. And so it was no part of his character. This guy, not only is he a big nerd, he's a really genuine person. I think my first interaction with Mark is we were both playing an online game. I'm not even going to get into the specifics, but he wanted some advice. I gave him advice. And guess what? He became a better player at that game than I was. So I'm super excited to welcome an old-time friend, Mark Levy. Mark, how's it going?
I'm great. Yeah, but also you don't mention that whenever I play that game, I always did very well or did very, very bad. So there was no middle ground. It was always like out in the first hour or there till the very end and probably lose in like the top four.
Yeah. Well, Mark, I'm so excited to be talking to you. Thank you for coming on here with us. And I gotta
Oh, I was
ask
so
straight
happy
up.
to reach out to me. I was
Yeah.
so happy to reach out to me. Like, I was like, I want to talk to them. Like, I want to talk to you. I know I'm not the biggest into reality miniverse just because I think your stuff's amazing. It's just, yeah, minis are so stressful for my brain after everything happened in 2020.
Yeah.
But I like what you're doing is incredible and it seems positive, which is amazing because like there's so much negativity in the world of like online gaming, and it's just so cool that like what you're doing.
Wow. Thank you, Mark. I was not expecting that. That was very sweet. Well, I want to ask you because Squid Games, I know you were a Squid Games fan. We've talked
Yeah.
about Squid Games in the past, so it was no surprise that you ended up on this show. But you're also a big reality TV fan. I know you watch other shows. What was it about Squid Games that you were like, this is the one I want to do? Or was it? Or did you just fall into this?
Well, I mean, I've always loved Squid Game. Like, I remember watching the first season of the Korean show and falling in love with everything about it. I thought it was just so fascinating and fun and dark. Like, having a sense of humor while being that dark is very, very hard, but like, so up my alley. I love like the aesthetic and everything about it. And I remember finding out there was going to be the reality version. And that was like after it was cast, like, but like before it aired. And I remember being like, okay, that sounds cool. And I saw the teaser and our friend Dash was on there and I'm like, oh, okay, fun. And like, I loved the first season. I thought like it was just so endearing and so interesting how they told the stories, and like how everything was just like so human. That's like what I loved about it. And I remember once I finished watching the first season, that little pop up was like, "Hey, apply for the season 2." I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna apply." And then like, I believe I told my fiance. I might not have told her enough, but I told her. And September last year, I got a call asking me to talk, and then yeah, it was like a 3-month process, and it was insane. And like, I love reality TV. Like, one of the things, like for me, like for Squid Game, the challenge is because I have auditioned for Survivor. I'm not the most athletic person, as you saw in the show, but like, I don't think I would have a good run at Survivor. I think I would get out very early because of like perceived weakness or because of the fact that like I have anxiety. So I don't know if it would be as good of an experience like being on an island starving. And it's like, this seems a lot more controlled. Like, because like the ones that have always appealed to me more like The Circle, and like $1 Million Secret, stuff like that, like where it's like it feels a little bit more contained instead of being like, hey, we're gonna throw you in the elements, they have to push hard. And like, I mean, I love those as a fan, but as a player, those are a little bit scarier for my brain.
Yeah.
I would not do Big Brother either because Big Brother is all psychotic people playing the game. I mean, I met a lot of Big Brother players, but like, I'm not putting myself in a house for 90 days and thinking about my fiance every minute while I'm there, be like, oh my god, I hope I'm not embarrassing myself. So
Yeah. Totally. Big Brother. I wouldn't do it either. I don't need anybody watching me 24 hours a day. So yeah.
yeah,
What do you think it was, Mark, that set you apart, though? What do you think it was that they liked about you and got you on this show in particular? Because there's a lot of things too. Like we mentioned,
yeah.
nerd culture. You're a great. I mean, what do you think it was? What was the key? What was the it factor for you?
I think it's the fact that no one looks like me. Like, I'm very unique looking, and I mean that in the best way possible. I love how I look. Like, that's very real. Like, I went through a lot of my life. Like, I remember. I mean, I didn't like who I was till I was 18. I'm now 40 years old, and I didn't like who I was till I was 18. And like, that was like after me finding out that I was a theater kid, stuff like that. And like I think I represent a large subset of people that are like the misfit toys that don't feel like they fit in. And it's nice because like I feel like it's like everyone wants to see themselves on TV, right? Like that's a thing. Like you're like, oh cool, I want to be on TV, or I want to see something that represents me on TV. Since no one really looks like me, and I'm genuinely 100% what I am all the time. I am very nice. I've been nicer recently, so I'm afraid someone's gonna think that I am not nice, and then they'll go on the internet like the nicest guy in the game is not the nicest guy ever. And I'm like, ugh. But I don't know. Like, I don't take myself too seriously, but I take my I I'm serious about myself. If that makes sense. Yeah, like no one really like looks like me. No one acts like I'm proud of what I am.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. Uh, okay, so I want to ask you this because I got a text around the time we got the preview. I think it was like the first 14
Uh-huh.
minutes or whatever it was. I believe it was Alex Brazard. I hope I'm not attributing to this the wrong person, but somebody had texted me when that dropped. And in all caps, they said, Mark's in the car. Like that was Mark is in the car. So I think people knew immediately that this was going to be a big thing for you. I want to
Yeah,
ask you, at what point did you realize that maybe your story was going to be bigger than the average?
day 3 of the game.
Yeah.
So this was after pentathlon. Um, I had an interview. So I remember I'll never. So Dash coached me throughout the whole process of like from like September, like getting the first call all the way through till now. Even I talk to him often about the whole experience and everything, and he's one of my biggest cheerleaders, which makes me very happy because he's a good, sweet human being. But um, well, I just totally forgot where. So like I'll never forget when he told me that he did not get an interview until like day 3 of the game. He said, if you get an interview on day 1, that's huge. Now, day 1 of this game was probably about 22 hours long. And I'm sure you've heard that from other people. So we've had Debbie on there and Bradley on here. And it's like that thing of like they both were in here for day 1. Day 1 was long. Day 1 was really long. And like, so we wake up early, we do all our things so I'm not really allowed to talk about, and then like we get to the set and everything like that, and like the game starts, and like we're like, like the whole like 13 minutes is like 6 hours of the game at least. And then like we have more stuff happening. We're like mingling around, eating crappy food. I remember I puked the first day. Like the food's
Wow.
really bad. Like you don't understand how bad the food is. The food's really bad. And then like like I started getting a little anxious once I saw Raul come in, and that was just like general anxiety. That wasn't. I had no idea it was in danger until like after the show was over. And then like yeah, like we're bonding, and then like I'm like getting really close, like Jackie, Sam, and Drake, and then like all of a sudden Jackie gets killed. And then the game like and then like the day still keeps going for a little longer. And I'm like, okay. And then like I remember I'm like so fucking tired at the end of that first day. Like I could barely keep my eyes open. And I was just like trying to soak it all in. And I'm like, okay, it's almost bedtime. I'm going back. I'm going to bed. Fuck this. I'm going to bed. It was like literally like 5 minutes of lights out. And I remember I get into like my bunk, and I'm like, I like take off my shoes, and then like my foot like gets shaken, and I'm like, huh? And like, you want to do a confessional? I'm like, sure. And then like, I'm like, oh my god, I'm getting a confessional day 1. I'm getting a confessional day 1. This is amazing. This is huge. This is huge. And then like every day I had at least one confessional while like in the game. So like I felt like I was gonna be a character from like while playing, but I was also like, don't get your hopes up because like I'm that person that like I'm never good enough. Like that's a thing. So it's like that thing of like, okay, cool, I'm getting like teased, and then I'm like, nope, sorry, it's someone else. So like I was like, I really like thought I had a chance being a character, and then like of course I heard about like from production about how probably capture's gonna be always gonna be involved, and then like I heard about like they were asking me questions afterwards about my fiance, which I talked about like in the processing. So I'm like, okay, so there's a chance, and then like even when I had my call where they let me know like what was going to be the episodes, they were like they kind of teased that I was like there and then like bigger in pentathlon and really big in catch. So like I really had no idea how big of a character I was going to be until I watched the episodes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I want to get your opinion on the first game, Count. We
Yeah,
talked about it a little
of
bit.
course,
I've talked about it as well. I've given my opinions on it. It was a surprise, I think. I think it was a surprise to everybody that was the first game. What was your
absolutely.
reaction to it?
Um, okay, so like twofold. I didn't like the fact that I had no control over it. I really did not like that because like you travel, you do so much, get yourself over there. And I was in the middle of like I don't talk about this so often, but I was in the middle of like a move. Like I moved to LA 2 weeks before going out to the game, and so like I was in the middle of the move. My fiance was at home waiting for our stuff still to be delivered because the fires delayed things, which is also part of the reason I looked very anxious in the game. And that probably won't happen next time. So fingers crossed on that. But so like we like get like we find out it's gonna be counting. Like, oh my god, this is weird. I'm a good counter, but I'm not like rhythmically counting. Like I'm like good. I can count 1 to like 456 right now, but like not in like 1 second increments.
Yeah.
So like that was a little bit scary. And then like you don't really see it too much, but our room was pure chaos until the count started. Like there was a lot of yelling, and then like we figured out what was happening, and then we just like locked in. And I remember like just sitting there for like the 7 minutes or so, and I'm like there near like Kurt and Zoe, and they're like praying, and like people are praying, and I'm like I'm religious, but I'm not like more spiritual. I'm just like trying to soak this all in. I'm like if this already lasts like 8 minutes this game, I hope I had like I'm like what was the good experiences? Like what was did I get what I needed out of this? And it sucked because like red light, green light. And as you know, I'm not athletic. I would have definitely gone out red light, green light. I'm pretty sure. Especially from what I heard about it in both seasons, which it was in theory easier my season than than the first season because they knew more.
Yeah.
Technology is better, but it's that thing of like it was it was very weird being like, okay, well, I have to trust this. I have to make sure this is good, and hopefully this is good, and hopefully nothing bad happens. And I got very lucky with an amazing room of counters. Like I don't know if you saw the episode, but it's like there were at least two guys playing fake music. There were three people counting, and then Jacob in the middle just waiting. Like it was so tense.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, what about the second game,
Okay.
pentathlon? But we know you do ball in the cup. It was
Uh-huh.
great to see you there. I'm curious though, because it was almost montagey. How close was your pentathlon battle?
It was we lost basically until I got that ball in the cup.
Yeah.
Like I spent like 8 minutes doing ball and cup. Like like that montage makes it look like it took me like 2 minutes tops. No, it took like 8 minutes. And I'll be the first to admit, like I'm like I was like really sad because like I'm here with like you line up in the tent with like your allies, right? Like most of my line with people I was aligned with. And like one of my closer people was on the other side. So I felt bad. Like I'm like, oh great. Oh no, this is bad. Like people are gonna hate me now, and I'm looking like an idiot, and I can't get this damn ball in the cup. Like it took me like 8 minutes. Like, and I kept hearing 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, and it was stressful, dude. Like I'll never forget. Like once I got that ball in the cup, I was like, I'm like genuinely shocked that that ball went into the cup. Uh, and then like it happens, and I'm like, okay, there's a chance because there's like I haven't heard counting in a while because they at that point they were just about at House of Cards, and then like Flying Stone happens, and player 125 Dimitri he chucks it like 40 feet past it. So like we're like walking the edge of the set to get to it, and walking all the way back, and like it took us 3 tries, and like yeah, we got it, and then like Gongi took the appropriate amount of time, and they said no, they're still in House of Cards. So like it's that thing of like, okay, there is a chance. And I remember like Nick was like very anxious looking at first. I'm like, at this point I was like able to talk again. And I was like, we're caught up. Breathe. You got this. And then like it fell like quickly and then he did it again. It was like perfect. And Leon's a professional stunt footballer in Japan. So like he literally goes, he takes a check, he goes 1, 2, 3, and like the guard like didn't even like see it done that quick, and like he was like, oh yeah, so
Yeah.
like it was not close until like we got like I'm very very thankful and very happy that they had trouble with House of Cards, or else I would just
Yeah.
been like that guy that was like crying and kicking a ball and cup. That's a lot more embarrassing than the guy got bullied.
Yeah. Okay, well let's talk about the next game, Catch. This is the one you went out on. I think
Yeah.
that it was an awesome scene. You've talked about this a lot, so you don't have to relitigate everything, but I want to know like what was the feeling for you in the moment? Like you're standing in line, you're seeing your time come up. Like talk me through some of that.
It took a lot longer than you think. Like, and that's the thing that people don't realize about TV shows. Like, it really does take a lot longer than you see on TV. Like that game, until I got out from like the bowling to then, was probably about 4 hours. And that's a long time to like have a mental breakdown and try to rebuild yourself, and then stare at the person that caused it for most of it. Because like Ryan was in that game for probably about 3 hours of the game, and I was in the game probably about like 3.5 hours. So like it's that thing of like, oh my god, I want to punch this guy in the face, and I'm not violent, and I was so angry, and like it was so hard, like to like every and that room was like really hot. Like all the other sets were like fine, but that room was hot. Like it was like very low and very hot, and like weirdly like that weird like you will sweat hot. Like well, I don't know how to explain it, and like it smelled weird, and like I'm just like I want to cry, and I'm like I was like so angry the whole time, and just trying to keep myself in like a zen spot. Like that's like the hardest thing because like Studio Neighborhood has like the best people out there, and I will defend. And I'm so thankful for them from the bottom of my heart. If anyone has the opportunity to be on a Studio Neighborhood show, please go on because like that their whole team is amazing, and they did a lot to help me. That's all I'm going to say because I can't really like talk about production type stuff. But I'll never forget. Like you actually see this in the episode. I actually like smiled when Ryan got out. Because I was like, karma. I believe in karma. I believe in karma. It's like real. And
We all
like,
smiled. We all smiled. Yeah.
like I was like, good. For like those know, I'm fine with Ryan now. Like he apologized. We're good. He learned from his mistake. Don't bully. That's it. If someone says stop, stop. But it was wild. Like catch was wild. They had us do like a workout like before the game started. Like they brought some guy in to have us like shake things out. We're like, "Are you kidding me?" And then we just stood for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Like there was so much that like just went like no one was happy, and then like Matt like freaking out, like going like full on like South Brooklyn on everyone. They're like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah.
Like there's a player that dribbled and should have been eliminated, and we're like, "Are you kidding me?" Like there was so much anger happening in that game. Yeah.
So let me ask you this, because being a fan of Squid Games, you know, like the possibilities, right? You're coming in to catch. What do you wish the game was? Like what like walking in there, what was like ideally this is the best case scenario. This is something I'm going to be good at. What did you want to happen?
I would have loved it if it was like hide and go seek. Like
Yeah.
that's well, because like there was a lot of like set type stuff around there that like felt like it could have been like used in interesting ways. Because like the set design in that room was great. Uh, as a person that walked in and basically had anxiety attacks in his like gym from elementary school, I'm saying that. But uh, I don't know because like the thing is like we like you look at the tiles around like the dorms and like okay these are probably hints because like that's how it is in the Korean show and how it was in the first season and like we couldn't tell what catch was like we thought it was possibly shoots and ladders. There were ladders and basketball hoops. Like we had no idea until like the announcer came on. I was like, "This is catch." And I'm like, "Okay, all right, I can catch a ball. I know I can throw a ball, but I can catch a ball."
Mhm. Yeah. Uh, was there any other close calls from the tests in the game? I know we kind of skipped over them, but obviously we saw at the beginning where the twins had considered to eliminate you, but I think they were probably considering a lot of people. You can correct me
They
if I'm
were,
wrong
yeah.
there. Um, what,
They
what do you
became
feel
really
like your
close
close
allies of
call
mine.
was?
Like they were really close
Yeah,
allies of mine. Like we talked
yeah,
Marvel movies every morning. Like we came to the group consensus that made me happy because you know about this about me. We all liked Adventures Endgame the best. So
mhm,
yeah. Sorry.
love that.
The question was about the other tests and such.
Yeah, was there anything that made you nervous or you felt good about?
Um,
Yeah, I don't know.
so the day of the scratchers, there was like a lot of like cleaning tasks that day,
Mm,
and we all know like cleaning tasks are probably bad, and like from like historically speaking from season one, like people get eliminated and such like that. And I'm like, oh fuck, am I gonna get eliminated because someone like decided like clean porridge out of like those tins and like was like 100 easy to remember. So that's where my brain went. I actually never even came close to volunteering for any of the tasks
mm,
because like I did not want like my big strategy in the game despite from what it looks like, was to not stick out. Like my personality, like I like my like strategy for the game was truly to be just myself, but like not stick out in a way that people would notice in any more than like, oh, he's cool. And then like at top 30, I was gonna think about the money onward. But
Mhm.
obviously when we get to the number 100, and it's a month after season 2 of Squid Game, season 2 comes out, and one of the main villains is number 100, and your number is memorable. You have to be memorable in the way you want to be memorable. So
Mhm.
I was like, I'm not doing any tasks. I'm just gonna be myself. I'm just gonna bond. Like that was it. And like, hopefully, no one hates me enough to take me out. Like, there's one player, 318, Chris, the very sweet father, who thought that was like possibly not being authentic. And like
Mhm.
my last night, and like I didn't talk to him much. He was just like one day he just walked up to me. He's like, "So let's talk." And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, okay. And then we just like talked for 5 minutes. He's like, okay, cool. And then I found out like he was trying to get me out, not necessarily that day, but he's like, I was like his target. And then afterwards, we were like insanely cool.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so the reaction from the fans I want to know about, because as we mentioned, you're a big fan of this stuff. You love fandoms, you love reality TV, you love reality
Yeah,
TV stars. I see you on TikTok, I see you on social media, you're interacting with people.
it's really like it's weird because like, I still think myself as just like a nerdy fan. Like 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 I went to the party in Philly and I was like swarmed by people. I'm so thankful for that. It was like wild. Being like, okay, cool. And then like of course like at the finale party, I was able to walk the red carpet and meet a lot of fans. My fiance was able to become it was like really, really cool. But like I can't tell you how weird it's been since that 13 minutes dropped, like around Halloween, like being like, oh my god, okay, so I'm a character. I'm possibly a big character for while I'm there. But I'm a character while I'm there. Like I had no idea, like when I told you, I had no idea how much was gonna be on screen until like the edit dropped.
Mhm.
Until the episodes dropped. And like I'm so used to people thinking like whatever about me normally negative because like of how I look or whatever. And like, again, I'm fine. Like I love who I am. So like whatever, that's on you, boo boo. Uh,
Yeah.
but like it's very weird how it's been like at first it was like universal like beloved and I'm like oh this is weird and then I hopped on Reddit I'm like oh no don't go on Reddit do not go on Reddit they all think they're better than me and they all look like me or like scarier versions of me and I'm like okay cool so Reddit might not be my favorite place. Reddit's actually calmed down a little bit which I nice to see um but it's a thing of like as a fan of reality TV nothing like made me happier than like when Wendell Holland like responded to me, stuff like that. So like I try to respond. I try to like make sure people get the interactions that they want. Like I'm on Cameo now, and I'm like I'm not doing any cameos less than 3 minutes. Like I do one for your kids,
Yeah, I was gonna
uh,
say thank you
and
for that, by
like
the way.
no, it was a pleasure, dude. Like I'm like so happy and so thankful. Like it's that weird thing of like okay, so whether I want to be or not, I am now somewhat of a reality star at least for this present moment. Um, as an actor, as a fan of reality TV, I've never had this experience before, and I'm just trying to enjoy it all. Like I love getting messages from fans. Like I can't respond to all of them because like honestly, like I'm so thankful that there's so many, but it's also like I have to make sure like being with my fiance at work, whatever, and so it's a really cool feeling. I met like it's like almost every day I get recognized somewhere, and they're like, "Oh my god, are you player 100?" Like I was at like the Lego store in Glendale Galleria, and this guy like pulls up his phone. And he's like, "Is this you?" And it's like the photo of like my frowning headshot, and I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." He's like, "Cool, can I have a photo?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like I love it. Like it feels cool. Like as a fan, like to be like, okay, something I did right. So I did something right, and if I have the space, I will talk to you. I have the capacity, I will talk to you. Like that's who I am as a person. Like I like people. Like I'll never forget walking into the game. And we're stripped of everything. I've told you this before. Like, and I talk about this often. Like, you're stripped of everything. You're just a number and like a tracksuit and like a face. And you have to talk to people whether you want to or not. And like, it's up to you who you talk to. But it's also that thing of like, me. Like, there are people in this world I will never talk to given the opportunity. But if there's like 250 people in the room and all you have to do is time. Like, I'm going to talk to new people, make friends. You're like, oh my god, this is a person that's like probably politically not aligned with me, or oh my god, this is a person I never thought I would talk to, or whatever. And it's just like so cool. Like, I love that. It's gonna be very weird when my Instagram goes less Squid Game related and more like how it normally is, which is political. And
Yeah.
because there's a lot of people that do not agree with me religiously at all, that think that I am exactly the religion. No, no.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't judge. You can't judge. Okay, so this is going to be selfish, and I'm going to ask the selfish questions because I
Do it,
can.
dude.
Right?
Yeah,
I want to
they're fun.
know what is okay, and I know we'll get to this in a minute. We're all voting Player 100 to go on season 3 for sure. But
As much
I
as you
want to
can.
know, yeah, as much as you can. I want to know how else does Mark leverage this? Okay, and again, you might not even be in this headspace yet, but I will. And I've got one pitch, and you can give me others if you have it.
Please, yeah.
My pitch is, and we could start the campaign right now. Soon we're getting the American version of Squid Games. And
Yes.
why don't we put Mark in that? Why is Mark not, at the very least, an extra in the American version of Squid Games?
Give me a
Would you be
line.
interested?
Like, I'm an actor. I'm an actor. I cannot act all the game, but I'm an actor. So like, yeah, like if I'm like under 5, I'd be happy. Like in that, like, oh my god, like I've been thinking about that too. Like it's like now that I'm like a known quantity in the Squid Game universe, and I'm distinctly American. Hell, I
Right.
can even like put
This
on an
makes
accent.
sense
I
to
don't
me.
care. Like I'm
Yeah.
no, I'm like fully on
Yeah.
board with that. Like I've been wanting. I'm like that'd be really cool. Like I don't know who to talk to, but yeah, I would
Yeah.
love to be on that.
We'll get it out there, Mark. Don't worry. What? Okay, so let me ask you this. Here's another one. This Squid Game's kind of opened the door for, I would say, like immersive reality shows, right? And we
Yeah,
haven't seen a lot yet, but there are a lot coming, right? Netflix is doing Wonka and Clue, and I believe there's a Catan. Like right there, I feel like it's launched this genre of immersive reality shows. Are there any of those that speak to you that you might be interested in playing?
I love that Wonka one. I'm a big fan of Willy Wonka. I've always been a fan of Willy Wonka. Like Gene Wilder's my dude. He's Jewish, had weird hair. I'm Jewish, have weird hair. It's that day of like, yeah, man, like that, and it sounds like fun. It just sounds like fun. Probably a hard show, but sounds like fun. Like I imagine you like it's like in Survivor how they get like all muddied, but like in this they look covered in chocolate. Like
Awesome.
awesome, right? Uh, it's a thing of like, oh man, like I love that. Like that makes me so happy. Like the thought of that show. Like and like the thing is, like you don't understand how immersive this actually is. Like, yeah, we are. We know we're like in a studio in like London area, but like you don't get sunlight. Like you're literally like locked in this room for most of the day, and like you see the guards walking around. They don't talk. Like they're like the when the camera stops rolling, they still don't talk. They're just standing there and you're like okay, but like there's just so much happening, and you're just so immersed in this world, and so in like you cannot understand how much about Pop Boiler this game is. Like on day 2, I realized August and me were probably long lost siblings that never met. Like that guy's my little brother. I love him to death. Like if you've seen the video of us reuniting last week,
Beautiful.
real tears, realest tears ever. I get choked up watching that still. Like it's that thing of like you don't understand how intense these shows are until you're actually on these shows. And the thing is, LRGs helped me a lot. Um, that's real, like because like I've done multi-day LRGs and done well enough in multi-day LRGs. I'm there for multiple days, so like like living that tension, living that stress. Yes, of course, there's like stress in that game that were I was not used to, which is part of the reason why I'm actually excited for season 3. If I get on, vote me until Monday at midnight. I think I'm not sure. Just vote me as much as you can. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm going to get people that have millions of followers, but
So let me give you the space now
yeah.
because I want to. I mean, obviously, as a fan, what can we expect out of Mark 3.0 or not 3.0, season 3 2.0? Sorry.
um. Okay, so I'm not changing my strategy that much. I'm changing my strategy in ways that are more explicitly strategic, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So still 100% can be like this, like the person I am. Like that can't change. That won't change. I am an empath. I'm kind. That's really it. But also, I know that there are things I'm going to have to do. probably early in the game to help me get further in the game because I can catch a ball. I can run. I can do a lot of things. I'm not like inept. I'm just out of shape. Like I'm not that like honestly like if I wasn't re-traumatized the way I was, even less, I probably could take it a step forward and me and Julie would have made it through that round.
Yeah.
So, because like that ball bounced off my fingers, like it's like that's real. Like, it bounced off my fingertips. Um, but the biggest thing is like you don't see me on reality TV. You see Viper, you see Zoe, you see the twins on every show. And that's great. And Viper, the twins, Zoe, they're all sweetest people ever. Like I love them all. I'll be so happy if any of them get on or myself. Like I'll be so happy. It doesn't like that's real. But you don't see this thing on there, like, and I mean that in the best loving way possible. And I'm ready to fucking cut throats and play the game with a heart and soul. Like that's
Yeah.
real. Like I truly think, and I have talked about this before, that like if I did not get out when I did, I would possibly be a winner. Like walking into catch, I was at about 5% chance of winning. People told me that if I got through catch, I'd probably been at like a 30% chance of winning. Mingle, I was set for. I was strong socially. Marbles, I'm good at throwing. I'm good at like weird games like that. Slides and ladders, of course, that's luck. But Circle of Trust, I play Mafia and Werewolf. Like I know how to read body language. Like I used to play like Zoom games. Like, I understand like the
Yeah.
little takes that people do. Like I was set.
I think it's an underrated part of who you are, Mark, because yes, you are this empath, you're a great person, but Mark is a gamer. And I don't know that we saw that on the show as much.
You saw me
Like
have a
the
lot of
way,
emotion, which like, that's real too.
yeah,
Like that's a part of me. Like I am a crier. Like I'm not going to deny that. I love who I am. Like I'm a crier, and plus I was dealing with a lot. Like and also like trying to soak up the whole experience that I could. You
yeah,
know, but like
absolutely.
you don't see this in the show. Debbie that you interviewed, Manfred and myself, like we all had like a secret alliance. Also, Eric was there too. It was a LRG alliance. We had a secret alliance that nobody knew about, and we decided we're gonna have our own alliances, but we're a core alliance. So like a nice like honeycomb situation.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sure there was like a natural, and even if you didn't know him personally or you're introduced as like an LRG, I'm sure there was just this natural loyalty that you guys had. Would you say so?
With who? Like
Well, Debbie,
well, no,
yeah, I
Debbie.
mean,
I knew Debbie beforehand. I played the LRG with her. Manfred and I have been like in the same LRG circles in the Northeast for a while. Um, Eric, I knew of. Melissa, I did not recognize. I did actually see her "Can You Survive" game that she won, and we were. So Eric was about to bring Manfred and myself into with Melissa after catch. Like I
okay,
like he was like yeah you should work with her. I'm like okay, and then like because I'm not saying no to things. Like I'm like
of
let's see how
course.
it goes. So
Yeah. Okay, Mark, I've got some nerdy questions for you.
let's do it.
Okay, and it's great to hear about Squid Games, but
Yeah,
at our core, you are originally a guest on my old podcast, Star Wars. So
yeah.
I wanna hear the takes. Right. Let's start with where do we start here? Okay, how about this? The state of the MCU. How are you feeling? We've had Fantastic Four. There's been a lot that's happened since we last talked. How are you feeling about the MCU and the lead up to Avengers, the new
So,
Avengers?
as I've talked about before, Endgame is my actual favorite MCU movie, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart because like 10 years and like what 20 movies to get there, and it took like and like they like balance this amazing ball of like crazy. Sorry, it's just my light because yeah, sun shifts. So like the fact that exists the way it is so good. But also like I don't think MCU's like had too many stinkers still. I can count on one hand like the movies. I'm like this isn't good, but like also I think like the post Endgame movies are still pretty good in general. Like I do love the new Fantastic Four. I thought it was fantastic. But like I also think like they had the issue of Endgame being like literally one of the most best like the Oppenheimer of superhero movies.
Yeah,
And that's like I actually like it probably more than Dark Knight. I love Endgame a lot. Like what they were able to balance was so hard. But like I'm so excited for Doomsday because I'm like, okay, what's this gonna be? Like how's this gonna be? And I think MCU is pretty good. Still, I mean, like it's just like the thing is, like, it's like old hat for a lot of people, but there's people like me that like like, and you that like just are ready to see what's next, and like they're not as good as they used to be, but they're still very good.
Yeah. Yeah. Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Doctor Doom. What do you think
It's
about that?
exciting. It's exciting. Like,
Yeah.
is it going to be the thing that's good? I don't know, but it doesn't fucking matter. Like, I'm like, what? How? Like, MCU does such a good job of balancing things. And the Russo brothers are back. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I want to ask about the Star Wars wedding, and you've talked about the Star Wars wedding
Yeah.
a lot, but I want to know details. Like, what are like the specific things in mind that you feel like you need for the Star Wars? Like, do you get custom lightsabers? Where do we go with this?
So, like, the thing is, like, and I've been very open on this, even in the game. Star Wars Wedding is more for Rachel than it is for me. I'm a
Mhm.
big Star Wars fan, but she's a bigger Star Wars fan. And as we know, guys don't tend to dream about the wedding that much. It's more about the women, and I respect that so much. And my job as her fiance is give her the best wedding I can and also have a great wedding myself. You know this about me. I'm actually a big Back to the Future nerd. So there'll probably be other nerdy stuff like thrown in there too. Like, but yeah, I mean, like, let's get into like the details. Like, obviously, you want a droid coming down the aisle, also not like best man
It's
or
the
ring
ring
bearer or
bearer.
anything like that, but like that'd
Oh,
be cool. Like it. I think it'd be really cool, like if we had a lot of money to do it, like to have like our efficient, like at first be a hologram and then like come in because
oh yeah.
those like hollow boxes, right? Like that type of thing. I don't know how much those cost, but like that'd be kind of cool. And be like,
Dude, we
no,
can figure it out.
like I don't know, like have them like 10 feet off. I don't know, and then like we, I don't know, like I think it would be cool to have like an arch of lightsabers to walk through.
Okay,
I haven't
yes.
like really like it's like as people are aware after they watch the show, like it wasn't gonna be like 4.56 million dollars for a wedding. It's gonna be like a good portion to it, and then like everything else is like a million for my parents. My parents are amazing. Some for us, so we can like breathe a little. We've both been broke our whole lives, like as people. So it's that thing of like just trying to make our lives better. Like we want to like travel the world, stuff like that. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like, and like people are like, hey, can you make a GoFundMe? We're like, yeah, and then we're like, wait, this is a lot more complicated than we thought because like we don't know how much a wedding costs. We don't know how much a nerdy wedding costs. So like it felt like we'd be like lying, but yeah, here's $25,000. Great, awesome. But now it's 50,000. Now it's 100, like stuff like that. It's just like it felt so inauthentic for who I am to like
Mhm.
to make a GoFundMe. Although I would appreciate that 100%. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, you have plenty of time, so I think that's the great thing. Okay, I want to ask. We know you also as Movie Mark,
yeah.
so I want to talk about this year, 2025 of movies. What were some of your favorites? I want to know. Do you have a top 10 or anything like that?
I don't compile that till the end of the year. But
Okay.
like the movies I've like spoken to the most this year, there have been four movies I absolutely adore, and I cannot wait to have them be like in my like general rotation. Sinners. I think Sinners is a really amazing movie, a really good twist on the vampire genre, really smart, really beautiful to look at, and fun. Like you don't get that too much, and like that, like the scene of music growth is just I can't even explain that. Like that's just like
Yeah.
it's just like where did this come from? Um, Weapons is another one that I loved. I love that complicated storytelling. Like, give me like that Pulp Fiction, like weird, like mixy storytelling all day long, but also from Zach Krieger, who like I love his comedy. Like I'm a nerd. Like I grew up watching all his kids. Like uh Bottle of Cocaine, I think is what's no bottle of crack. Give me one second. I'm gonna get the name of it because it's like it's
You
such a
good?
great sketch. But like I love the Wise Kids. I think like it's like they were so funny. Um,
I love Weapons. I'm not. I didn't watch Whitest Kids, but I was a Weapons fan for sure. I've got a
Gallon
T-shirt.
of PCP, Gallon of
Okay.
PCP. Um, it literally is perfect.
Yeah.
I highly recommend watching if you have a dark sense of humor because it is dark, which is my sense of humor. But yeah, Weapons is so smart, and like the ending is like literally a sketch. Well, but like also like one of the most amazing camp villains of all time. Uh,
Yeah.
without trying to be camp, just as camp. Other movies I've adored. I mean, Friendship. Oh my god, I'm a big Tim Robinson nerd. That movie is. Did you see Friendship?
I did. Yeah, I liked it.
That movie is so wild and so
Yeah.
like uncomfortable and funny at the same time. It was like, oh my god, okay, cool, let's do
That
this.
is my type of humor for sure. The
Yeah, like
uncomfortable.
yeah. And then of course like one battle after another is like perfect. Like
Love that movie.
and like it was also really cool because like I feel like Paul Thomas Anderson never made a movie basically about him to a certain extent. Like because when you think about it, because like he's married to partnered with Maya Rudolph. I don't think they're married, but they've been together for a long time. And the movie's about like an interracial relationship. Uh, like, but also like it's just so beautiful and sad and funny and like deals with things that we deal with like in America right now, like what's right and what's wrong, and Sean Penn being evil, but also maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah.
Those are like the top four for me, like right now for the year.
Great picks. Appreciate the movie Mark insight for sure.
I haven't had a chance to see like movies like Hamnet, which I'm dying to see. I'm probably not gonna see Begonia because like it seemed like that's actually like the one genre of like sci-fi I don't touch, which is the world is fucked genre.
It's a very
Like
uncomfortable in that way.
yeah,
It's uncomfortable.
like I've heard about the ending and I'm like I don't touch that genre like at all. That's a spoiler, I guess, but like no, like it
Okay.
like that's like that's the one genre I don't touch because like there was like a news report when I was a kid about like an asteroid about to hit like Earth, like,
Mm.
and then I got like diverted somehow, and I was like, nope, I'm never touching like the world's gonna end genre. Like that's like it.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
like, I've never seen
Space is great.
Armageddon. I've never seen Armageddon. It's like deep impacting. It was like the world is done, like done.
Yeah.
Like that's like the genre I don't touch.
Yeah, that's fair. We like our world intact right here. So,
Yeah.
um, okay, Mark. I mean, I think we've about hit the end of it. Is there anything else you want to leave people with? Like any message again, like coming out of your experience with Squid Games, like what do you take away from this? And yeah, how are you carrying yourself going forward?
So it's the thing of like while in game, I was also like thinking about like trying to like soak it all in. My friend Sam, player 352, the girl with the pink hair. You see that we're like friends in the show. Like we hugged a couple times, and like she's so sweet and so kind. I remember like every day we would discuss like 20 minutes at least, like what are we thankful for this day? Like what was our experience this day? Like she was like my pillar person in the game. So like it was like really cool to have people like that. Like we're like able to like be in the moment and be like, okay, I got through today. How am I doing? What am I doing? What am I thankful for? Stuff like that. And like if you get in that game, I highly recommend you find a pillar person for yourself. A person I feel like is about like your same skill set, something you vibe with. Yeah, like because like she reminded me of my fiance because my fiance sometimes has pink hair. So like that was like that. Like I was like cool. And she was also a nerd, so I'm like okay, we vibe. Um, but like as a human being, I've been like so thankful and so fortunate with everything involved in the show. 98% of my experience was amazing. Like you don't actually see it in the show. I was really well socially integrated. Like that one scene, like we're talking about Star Wars Con in Japan. That was just one moment, like where like one person's like, I don't really talk about Star Wars, like, but like that's like one of my better friends in the game, and they made it look like we were not allied, and like that was just like awkward human being, and like I get it because I can edit, but I was like in a really good spot.
Yeah.
Like 98% of my experience was perfect. 1% was not so much, and that's okay. Well, 2% was not so much, and you saw that on TV, and I got through it. And I'd say this, like, I'm so thankful, I'm so lucky. Take that risk. If you want to buy my cameos, I love doing them. I'm keeping them cheap on purpose because like that way people want to buy them. And I really enjoy doing them all. But I mean, I'm broke, so like please buy them as much as you want. uh, Vote me in for season 3. Like you're not going to see the exact same thing from me. Like I don't know. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Instagram. Like I'm so like fortunate like for everything that's happened. I'm just like thankful and like it's that thing of like I am proud of myself. I always like not always am proud of myself, but like oh, I'm proud of the adult that I've become, and I'm so thankful. Like yesterday, like me and my fiance, like we literally just like built Lego on live, and people watch. Like that's real. Like
What's that? I want to know. Yeah.
my cousin bought me this.
Okay. Let's go. That's cool.
It was a good build. Yeah,
Yeah,
there it is.
that's awesome. How long
Uh,
did that take you? How many
about two
pieces?
and a half hours.
Okay. All
It
right.
was a
Pretty good.
700 piece set, so like I don't know what it would take me less time if I was not interacting with people, but you know I like
Yeah.
talking to people. Like, and also, oh, this is a big thing. If you see me at my work, I'm not going to say where it is. If you see me at work, you can say hi. if I say yes to photos or hugs, please, that's cool. But if I say no, please respect that. Like that's been a thing that's been very stressful for me at work. Again, if you see me at work, it's me. Like if you see my job, it's me. It's a public place. I work in customer service. Please don't make my day harder because of that, because it's not the easiest job. I will gladly interact with you in the extent that I can.
Yeah. Yeah, leave Mark alone at work. Let
Well, I mean, like,
Mark.
don't leave me alone, but like respect like what I say. Like, you know,
Exactly. Yeah.
I had a person
Sure.
be like, "Hi, can I hug you?" And I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Well, I'm gonna hug you anyways." I'm like,
No, that's not cool. Yeah.
"Yeah."
Yeah. Well, Mark, I'm glad that you are the one in this position because I think you are able to recognize these things about people and human nature. And maybe that it's not all bad intention, but you're able to be a leader for people. And I think that's something that's been awesome watching your journey is that you're not afraid to say what's right and you're going to be vocal about it and you're going to let people know. And I think that's really, really important and really special, a special part of you and something you get to share with everybody. And yeah, I think it's awesome.
I mean, like, I'm not. I mean, I'm very nice, and I am kind of a pushover. But if it's a big, serious thing, then I'm not a pushover. Like,
Yeah.
that's it. Like if it's something that actually matters, like it matters. Like I stand up for people that aren't me. Like I know I'm very lucky being a straight white male, but like also like the thing is like who's gonna support people that need support, and like as a person that fights hard for what's correct in the world, I will always be a vocal proponent of like defending what's right. Well, correct.
Yeah.
So
Awesome. All right. Well, at Mark Levy 85. What else? Where can people find
so
you?
that's my Instagram and a lot
Yeah.
and my TikTok. I mean, not my TikTok, my Twitter. If you want to follow me on TikTok, I'm about to hit like 28,000, which I'm like floored by. Uh, that's
Awesome.
at Movie Mark. Yeah, I will be back to my reviews very soon. Right now, still just trying to enjoy the wave of Squid Game. Probably doing content with movies again very, very soon. Maybe as soon as I see Wicked for good. I don't know.
Yeah.
If I feel moved to do it, then I'm going to do it that way. Because I've not done a movie review like in like 2 months, just because like anxiety about the show dropping, and also just busyness. But yeah,
Yeah. All right, Mark. Well, thank you again so much. This was so much fun. I'll say one last time: vote Player 100. We're doing it here. We're getting them on, and that's it. That's all I got. So thanks again, Mark.
thank you so much.